श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् अरुणां करुणातरङ्गिताक्षीं कृतपाशां कुशपुष्पबाणचापां मणिमाधिविरावृतां मयूखैः अहमित्येव विभावये भवानीम्. With the abundant blessings of our Periva, we have crossed 50 shlokas of LALITHA SAHASRANAMA and tried to understand what LALITHA SAHASRANAMA is going to convey to us. We are now on shloka number 51.
Namaskaram. दुष्टदूरा दुराचार समनी दोषवर्जिता सर्वज्ञा सान्द्र करुणा समानाधिक वर्जिता
Dushtadura means evil characters are kept at a distance. They cannot reach Devi. Devi is beyond the reach of the person knows everything, other fellow doesn't know anything, the other fellow knows only Shastras, this fellow knows something beyond Shastras. This kind of argument, or pointing out differences between various Shastras and not understanding the right import. Kutarka comes in several forms. So we have to be very careful when dealing with such people. We will also be led by the problem is we will also be misled by this Kutarka. That is what he is trying to emphasize, that such people can only busy themselves with argumentation. They can never reach Devi. Durachara Shamani. This follows the previous one. Devi puts down, Shamani puts down evil conduct. Now, evil conduct means not performing activities prescribed by Shastra and performing activities proscribed by Shastra, prohibited by Shastra. Now, whatever sins we have committed in this manner we will be redeemed of all those sins if we take shelter in Devi's feet. Now, this is nicely mentioned in the Phalashruti Adhyaya of LALITHA SAHASRANAMA itself. Nitya karma ananushthānāte nishiddha karanādapi. Nitya karma ananushthānāte. Whatever is supposed to be done, we have not done. Nishiddha karanādapi. Whatever is prohibited, we have done. Yat papam jayate pumsa tat sarvam nashyati dhruvam. Whatever sin has accumulated, that will get destroyed with Devi's grace. As I said earlier, this is not a license to go on incurring sins. It's not license that. This is a license for repenting for whatever sins we have committed, knowingly or unknowingly, and taking refuge in Devi's feet. Dosha Varjita. This is following similar descriptions which we have seen before. Raga, Dvesha, etc. Krodha, etc. They are not to be found in Devi. So they are the doshas, deficiencies or defects, which are common in us, in Devas. So she is not having them. Sarvajna. Sarvajna means what? Knowing, one who knows everything. Naturally, when there is nothing other than Devi to be known, when there is nothing other than Paramatma to be known, everything else has emanated from Paramatma. The world has emanated from Paramatma. All the mundane knowledge has emanated from her. Vedas have emanated from her. Shastras have emanated from her. Everything has emanated from her. What is it that she doesn't know? What is it that is beyond the ken of her knowledge? Nothing. So Sarvajna. Sandra Karuna. Sandra means excessive, extraordinarily high. So possessing compassion of a very extraordinarily high degree. Samana Adhika Varjita. We saw Nistula last time. That means one who has no parallel. Now here, parallel is Samana. Adhika means one who excels. So Devi does not have anyone who is parallel to her, who is equal to her, or who excels her. There is nobody who equals her, there is nobody who can excel her. This is something which is normally found in many Ashtottara, Satanama Stotras and Sahasranama Stotras. Samana Adhika Varjita. This is to enable us to develop greater and greater bhakti. If we know that she is the only one, she is the Sarvajna, she is the Sandra Karuna, she is the Samanadhika Varjita. So these three qualities are something which are going to guide us in developing, in deepening our bhakti. That is why they have been put together. Sarva Shaktimayi, Sarva Mangala, Sadyati Prata, Sarva Shaktimayi. She possesses all the power which one can think of. Any power which you think, just as we said, any knowledge which you can think of, Sarvajna. Similarly, any power which you can think of, any power that is there present in her, she possesses all those powers. This is normal meaning. Another meaning is all those aspects of Shakti, all those manifestations of Shakti. Like he is giving an example of Bala, Bhagala, etc. He says. Dashamaha Vidya we say. Navadurga we say. Brahmi, etc. Brahmi, Maheshwari, etc. Saptamatrikas we say. So all those are aspects of one and only Devi. They are not different from Devi. So she is of those forms. Sarva Shakti Mahi. This is another meaning. All the Shaktis of all the Devatas, because Devatas are, whenever we think of Shakti, we remember Devata. Agni, who can equal Agni in terms of power of burning? Who can equal Vayu in terms of power of making things move, in shifting things, in uprooting things? Similarly, every Devata has got some extraordinary power beyond our imagination. So Shakti we always associate with Devata. In fact, we pray to Devata, we offer oblations to Devata for acquiring some of these powers which we need during our mundane life. But who is giving them those Shaktis? Devi is giving them those Shaktis. This is mentioned in the Purana. Madhiya Shaktileshaye Tattadeva Sharirakaha Madhiyaha Shaktileshaha. They are a small, insignificant part of my Shakti, Devi says. Sambhujate Mama Bhuvan Rupam Paramashobhanam. They took their form from me. Their form is also from me. Ayudhani Kadevanam Yani Yani Pareshwara Machanda Yastadakaraha. Ayudhani Tada Bhavan. Even the weapons which they have, forget the Shakti. forget the forms, rupa. Even the weapons that they have, ayudhas, even they are my own form. Much shanda, much shaktaya tadakaraha. They are also from my shakti. Much shaktaya tadakaraha. Ayudhani tadabhavan. So, sarva shakti means, sarva, of course, means that whatever we can think of, encompassing everything. Now, there will be many Shaktis which are beyond our imagination, which we cannot even understand, even if somebody explains to us. And there are many things which have been left unexplained. Everything cannot be explained, everything cannot be told in Shastras. So, this term Sarva includes all of that. Sarva Mangala, similarly, all auspiciousness, anything which you can imagine, anything auspicious which you can imagine, has come from her. Devi Puranam defines it beautifully. What is Sarva Mangala? There is a definition. Sarvani Hridayasthani Mangalani Subhani Cha Ipsitani Tathadi Iti Tena Sa Sarva Mangala Ipsitani Dadati Iti Tena Sa Sarva Mangala Ipsitani Dadati Iti. Whatever you think of, whatever auspicious you think of, and whatever you want, Ipsitani, they will all be granted by Devi. Kena Sa Sarvamangala. That is why she is known as Sarvamangala. Sarvani Hridayasthani Mangalani Shubhani Cha. Whatever auspiciousness you can think of from your heart. Shobhanani Cha Shreshthani. Ya Devi Dadate Hare Bhaktanam Artiharani Teneyam Sarvamangala. All auspiciousness is given by Devi. Not only that, she also removes everything inauspicious. Bhaktanam Artiharani, all misery. So she is Sarvamangala. Sadgati Prada. She grants Sadgati. What is Sadgati? Sadgati is a term which is widely used in our Shastras. Even when somebody dies, we say, may he attain Sadgati. That's what we say. What do we mean by Sadgati? Sadgati in a normal context means moksha, because that is the final destination which a jiva should aspire for. There is nothing higher than that. There is nothing else which should be aspired for by jiva. All the others are lower or not fit for being aspired for. This is what Shastra says. So moksha is the highest, final purushartha. So Sadgati should definitely mean that. And it also includes the path which takes you to the destination, not only the destination. Because the word gati not only means the destination, it also includes the path. So it also includes the jnana marga, the marga which takes you towards Devi. Well, another indirect meaning is the gati which is attained by sat, the destination attained by virtuous people, again, which means moksha only. And if you perform devoted puja to Devi, Padma Purana lists various forms of puja, various marga, and it says what destinations you will get. They are not moksha destinations, they must be definitely lower than moksha destinations, like Indra Padavi, etc. Various such destinations also are being granted by Devi depending on the person's qualification. Sadgati Prada. Sarveshwari, Ishwari of all, the overlord of all. There is nobody who is her overlord or equal to her. We have seen Samana Adhika Varjita. So she is the Ishwari of everyone, and she is going to be able to shower her compassion on one and all. There is nothing, there is nobody, no jiva, no created being who cannot be showered compassion by her. Everybody comes within her scope. That is why Sarveshwari. This is something very good for us. Even the vilest person, even the most evil person, can aspire for her compassion once he takes the path of reform, because she is Sarveshwari. She is not the Ishwari of only virtuous people. Sarvamayi, again, she is in the form of everything, because everything has come from her. What we consider as vice, what we consider as adharma, also has come from her only. Otherwise, how did it find a place in our scheme of things? And why it has come, there are many theories for that. Let us not go into that. But Shastra says clearly, there is dharma, there is adharma, you follow dharma. So there is the dharma, Shastra accepts. But adharma also is a part of Devi's being. So that is why Sarvamayi, she encompasses everything, she is all pervading. There are 36 tattvas in Kashmir Shaivism and Shaktam, starting from Earth up to Shiva, 36 tattvas, which includes, of course, Panchabhutas, Panchatanmatras, Panchakarmendriyas, Panchayanendriyas, etc., etc. There are so many other tattvas are added to them, pertaining to Shiva, pertaining to his powers, etc. etc. Now they total to 36. Now it is Devi who pervades all those 36 tattvas. This is another indirect reference. The commentator gives this. Sarvamayi. It is Shivat Avani Paryantam, starting from Shiva up to Bhumi. Bhumi is the first tattva in the Panchabhutas. The last tattva is Shiva. So all the tattvas are pervaded by her. Sarva Mantra Swarupini. There are 7 crores of mantras according to our Shastras. Saptakoti Mahamantraha. They are known as Mahamantras. Other than Mahamantras, there are ordinary mantras which are many. Certain mantras are categorized as Mahamantras. They are themselves 7 crores in number. Now, she is of all those forms, all the forms of mantras. And there are some paths known as adhvas, which we will see later on. Kadadhva, there are 6 adhvas, 6 paths. And one of those paths is mantra adhva. That means reaching Devi by various means. One of the means is mantra, naturally. By simply chanting her mantra, you can reach her. So, Sarva Mantra Swarupini. This is followed by Sarva Yantra, Sarva Tantra. In the next shloka, we will go to them. So, here we have in these 2 shlokas various qualities of Devi, characteristics of Devi, which show us that she comes down to the lowest level of Diva. She gives salvation to virtuous people. Well, that is no something which we need not worry about. It's not something which is going to help us. There is no one who is beyond the ken of her compassion. This is the substance of what we have been seeing in these slokas. Dushta Dura Durachara Shamani Doshavarjita Sarvajnasandra Karuna Samana Adhikavarjita Sarva Shaktimayi Sarva Mangala Sadyati Prada Sarveshwari Sarvamayi Sarva Mantraswaropini.
सर्वयंत्रात्मिका सर्वतंत्र रूप मनोन्मणि माहेश्वरी महादेवी महालक्ष्मीर्मृडप्रिया महारूप महापूज्या महापातकनाशिनी महामाया महासत्व महाशक्तिर्महारतिः.
Sarvayantratmika. See, there are 3 aspects in Devi Puja. One is mantra, another is yantra, another is tantra. All the 3 are there in Sri Chakra Puja. You have mantra, you have yantra, which is the Sri Chakra itself, and tantra. Tantra can mean many things. We will come to that. We will first go through Sarva Yantratmika. There are many yantras associated with Devi. Sri Chakra is one of the yantras. If you take Durga Saptashati book, they will show you a Saptashati yantra. Similarly, there are many other yantras for Devi. In fact, even in Saundarya Lahari, for each of the shlokas, they have given a yantra. Each of the shlokas. So 100 shlokas means 100 yantras are there. So they are all there for obtaining the grace of Devi in that particular form for a particular wish, for fulfilling a particular wish. So the Lahari says that if you use this yantra, if you do this puja, if you do this particular naivedya, if you chant this mantra so many times, you will get this fruit. So they are all yantras. They are all blessed by Devi. They are all indicative of the presence of Devi. Sarva yantratmita, sarva tantra rupa. Here tantra normally means there are many Shakta tantras. Like there are 28 Shiva Agamas, Shiva Agamas, there are 28 famous Shiva Agamas, there are a few Vishnu Agamas, Pancharatra, etc. Similarly, Vaikhanasa, etc. Similarly, Shakta Tantras, when it comes to Shakta, they are known as Tantras. What was known as Agamas for Shiva and Vishnu are now known as Tantras when it comes to Devi. And all the Tantras have been taught by Shiva to Parvati. Any Tantra if you open. So there are many, many Tantra, Lakshmi Tantra, Katyayani Tantra, Kali Tantra, etc., etc. Now, all those Tantras are several forms of one and the same Devi, Lalita Parameshwari, Sarva Tantra Rupa. And all the Tantras take you to the same Devi, and that is mentioned beautifully in this shloka. Bahuda Yagamayehi Bhinnaha Panthanaha Siddhihetavaha Bahudapi Agamayehi Bhinnaha. Though there are many Agamas, Panthanaha Siddhihetavaha, many paths which take you towards attaining Devi. Tvayeva Nipatanti Ete Srotasvinya Ivarnave Tvayeva Nipatanti Ete Srotasvinya Ivarnave. Just as the rivers, all rivers empty in the same ocean, same body of water. Similarly, all these paths take to the same Devi. So, Sarva Tantra Rupa, Manonmani, this is something very beautiful. Manonmani, let us understand the basic meaning. Unmana means going beyond, taking the mind upwards. Utu always means taking upwards. So, Unmana means taking the mind upwards. And Manonmani means one who takes your mind upward and merges it with the Atma in the heart, and in the process the mind is destroyed. Mind's presence is not there. Mind loses its presence and merges with Atma. That is the Unmana state. That is the Unmana state. That is the state to which Devi will lead you, provided we show enough devotion. Of course, this is a basic explanation. There are very technical explanations. If you do this mudra, if you do this puja, you will go into Manonmani state, etc., etc. In fact, there is a special mudra which is called Manonmani mudra. If you follow the path of that mudra, you will reach this Manonmani state, it says. So in that state, Dhyana, Dhyastra, Dheya, this triputi, the difference between the three, the process of meditation, the meditator, and the object of meditation, all the three merge together. Three do not exist, only one exists, that is the object of meditation, that is Devi. So that is the Mano Unmani state to which you are being taken by various paths by the grace of Devi. And that is where she is known as Manon Mani, because she grants you that state when you take that route. Now, it can also mean in the Panchabrahma mantras of Parameshwara, we say Vamadevaya Namo, Jesthaya Namah, Shrestthaya Namo, Rudraya Namah, Kalaya Namah, Kalavitar, Balavikarnaya Namo, Balaya Namo, Balapramathanaya Namah, Sarvabhuta Damanaya Namo, Manonmanaya Namaha. It ends with Manon. 11 names are there in this mantra, starting with Vamadeva and ending with Manonmana. So there also the meaning is the same, Manonmana. Manonmana when it is male, Manonmani when it is female. So Manonmani is the consort of Manonmana, consort of Shiva. That is also a possible meaning because Veda mantra describes Shiva as Manonmana in this mantra. Then Maheshwari, Maheshwara's consort, Parameshwara's consort. Now, here the commentator is beautifully referring to a common mantra which we all chant during mantra pushpa offering. Yo vedado sura prokto vedante cha pratisthitaha tasya prakritilinasya yasvarasya maheshwaraha. We say this. So what does this mean? Who is Maheshwara? This mantra defines the swara which is at the beginning of Veda, which is Om, Omkara. And Vedantecha Pratisthitaha, the entity which is established by Vedanta, that is also Om. Starting point is Om, ending point is Om, ending point is Paramatma, starting point was beginning of Veda, ending point, though you end with Om, it is Paramatma, Vedantecha Pratisthitaha. One who is established by Vedanta. Who is that? Paramatma. Tasya Prakriti Linasya. So he is beyond Prakriti. He is beyond creation. Prakriti normally should mean creation. So he is beyond creation. So creation comes and goes. Parameshwara is ever existent. So Prakriti Linasya Yat Paraha. So he is beyond Prakriti. He is beyond the creation. He is the one who is praised in the form of Omkara at the beginning of Veda. And he is praised as the final destination to be reached at the close of Vedanta, Vedanta Pratisthitaha. So he is defined as Maheshwara. So he is the consort of that Maheshwara, and she possesses the same characteristic, same description which we saw just now. That is, beyond the three guna, sattva, rajas, tamas, which are associated with creation, etc., etc. Of course, the other normal meaning is Maheshwara means he is the Ishvara for everyone. There is no one equal to or above him. Maheshwara. So Maheshwari. Maheshwari. Mahadevi. Mahati Devi. Mahati means one who cannot be measured. This is the direct dictionary meaning. What is Maha? What is Mahati? Something which cannot be measured, immeasurable, immeasurably large. Then only it is called Mahati. Whether it is a form, whether it is something, a glory, or anything. Brihadasya shariram yat aprameyam pramanataha. Devi Prana says that. Because her form, her sharira is so large, cannot be measured. Means what? The entire creation is her body. Dhatur maheti pujyam mahadevi tatasprita. And also Mahadeva's concert, because Shiva is known as Mahadeva. That is another. Mahalakshmi. Now she is in the form of Lakshmi, who is the consort of Vishnu. Vishnu, Lakshmi and Saraswati are the forms of Lalitha Parameshwari. We have seen it before. So that is one aspect. Another aspect is Devi herself is being called Mahalakshmi in many places in Shastra. While referring to Lalita Parameshwari, they use the term Mahalakshmi. Not only Vishnu's consort Mahalakshmi, Lalita Parameshwari herself is being called Mahalakshmi in several places in Shastras. Shiva Puranam says this. Tasyanga mandala rodha shaktir maheshwari para Mahalakshmi riti khyata Syama sarva manohari. When he talks about Shiva, then he says about Shiva's Shakti is Maheshwari and she is known as Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi is iti khyata. And even Veda mantra in Ayushya Suktam, you find Sriyam Lakshmi Ambikam Avabalangam. He is calling Devi as Shri, Lakshmi, Ambika, Avabalanga. So there also Lakshmi comes, Shri comes. So Mahalakshmi. Then we have Mrida Priya, one who is very much liked by Mrida. Mrida is the name of Shiva. That means who becomes easily pleased, easily delighted, very compassionate, very happy. That is the meaning of Mrida. Mrida, the term comes frequently in Rudra mantra, as all of us know. Sri Rudram refers to the word Mrida frequently. So, Shiva Priya, Mrida Priya. Maharupa. Because whatever Rupa you think of, the world, the universes, Aneka Kodi Brahmanda, we say, several crores of Brahmanda, all of them are her form. She is only one, and we are talking about Aneka Kodi Brahmandas. So naturally, Maharupa. Because just now we saw Maha means something which cannot be measured. When we say Aneka Koti Brahmanda, that means you will not know exactly how many kotis are there. It is something which is beyond count, countless. Mahapujya, same, who used to be worshipped, Pujya, and she is great. There is no one equal to her because she is being worshipped even by Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Kubera, and other devatas. Mahapataka Nashini, she can destroy even the greatest of sins, like Brahmahatya, etc. Pancha Mahapatakas, we saw that the five great sins like Brahmahatya, etc. Surapana, Brahmahatya, stealing, Gurutalpa Gavanam. And fifth is associating with one who is committing these four, that is the worst part. If you simply associate yourself with one who commits these four great sins, that is the first pataka. You have committed a pataka equivalent to these four. So now coming to Mahapataka, these are known as Pancha Mahapataka. There are Atipataka, Samapataka, etc. If you see the Sankalpa in Avaniya Vittam, Upakarma. At that time, you will find a very long Mahasankalpam. At that time, toward the end, all these Patakas are listed. Pancha Mahapatakas are listed, Samapatakas are listed, etc. Upapatakas are listed. Samapatakas are equivalent to Mahapatakas. Then Upapatakas are slightly lower level, and so on. Now she destroyed even the Mahapatakas, not to say about other Patakas. The very thought of Devi feet is enough to destroy all your Patakas. So says Shastra. Kritasya akhila papasya jnanato ajnanato piva akhila papasya. All sins that have been committed knowingly or unknowingly. Prayaschittam param proktam parashaktehe padasmritihi. Parashaktehe padasmritihi. Just meditating on her feet is enough to Prayaschittam param proktam. The greatest Prayaschitta. Another place, very beautifully, to show the glory of Devi's feet. In the Palashruti, he says, Sayagriva says, now we are going through 1,000 names of Lalita Devi, isn't it? He says there, one Nama out of this 1,000 is enough not only to destroy all your sins, you cannot commit a sin which cannot be destroyed by that nama, he says. That means whatever sin you commit, however great you think you have committed, that is too small for destruction by the power of one nama. Beautifully he says. Atraika ya shaktihi patakanam nivartane eka ya shaktihi. For one nama, whatever shakti. This is Hayagriva statement. Then nivartyam agam kartum nalam loka chaturdasha. It is not possible for you to commit that kind of sin in all the 14 worlds. Nalam loka chaturdasha. Even if you destroy all the 14 lokas, you have not committed a sin of that magnitude which can be destroyed by one nama. Of that magnitude is far greater than that. Look at the way the power has been mentioned to us. Mahapataka Nashini, Mahamaya, great power of delusion. The Maya which we go through is Maya. Ya Ma, something which does not exist. That is why it is delusion. That is why it is called Maya. That is, we are all subject to that. But Mahamaya is Maya of such a great magnitude that the entire creation is subject to that Maya. If we are subject to our level of Maya, everyone is, there may be another person who might have crossed a little higher, down to a little higher level, so he will not be subject to the kind of Maya which I am subject to, but he is also subject to a different kind of Maya. So these kinds of variations exist among creation, created beings. But who has created all this Maya? That is Mahamaya. Jnaninam api chetamsi devi bhagavati hita balat akrishya mohaya Mahamaya prayachati. This is how Durga Saptakshati says. Mahamaya, Devi herself is known as Mahamaya. She takes you by force, balati akrishya mohaya, and takes you towards delusion. So we have to be careful. Mahasattva. Sattva has got several meanings depending on the circumstance. Now here depending on the context. Now here it can mean quality, it can mean strength, it can just mean existence, being, sattva, existing. So all these are attributable to Devi of very large magnitude, Mahasattva, that is immeasurably good quality, immeasurable strength, immeasurable beyond imagination, her existence. How can you imagine her existence? We are not able to imagine the existence of Himalayas, can we? Do you know the extent of Himalayas? So how can we imagine the existence of Devi? So Mahasattva, Mahashaktihi, by the same reasoning, her powers or something which we cannot imagine. She creates, she destroys, she sustains the entire universe, the entire growth of Brahmanda. Shakti also can mean, depending on the context, strength, not only power, it can also mean strength, it can also mean weapon. But whatever meaning you take, all that applies equally to her. Maharatihi. Rati means bliss, ananda. The greatest ananda is provided by her only to jnanis. Jnanis enjoy the greatest bliss provided by her. All the sukha which we think is happiness, mundane happiness, is nothing in comparison with that. So Maharatihi. So here we have seen how she is of the form of mantra, yantra and tantra which we use in our puja, and the final destination is herself, and we have to go using our mind, but mind has to be destroyed. Mind is the tool which has to be destroyed, like the ladder which has to be kicked off when you go to the upper floor. This is the useful example given in Shastras. Like that, manas is required, Shastras are required, puja is required, everything is required. They are all tools, but they don't have any use once they have gone to the higher level, mano and mani. So similarly, we have other names which show the extent of her power and extent of her compassion, extent of her delusion, power of delusion, and extent of the bliss. That is the most important extent of the bliss. सर्वयंत्रात्मिका सर्वतंत्र रूपा मनोन्मनी माहेश्वरी महादेवी महालक्ष्मीर्मृडप्रिया महारूपा महापूज्या महापातकनाशिनी महामाया महातत्त्वा महाशक्तिर्महारतिः
महाभोगा महेश्वर्या महावीर्या महाबला महाबुद्धिर्महासिद्धिर्महायोगेश्वरेश्वरी महातंत्र महामंत्र महायंत्र महासना महायागक्रमाराध्या महाभैरव पूजिता
Mahabhoga. Abhoga means it can be interpreted in two ways. It can be interpreted in two ways. Maha Abhoga is one interpretation, another is Mahabhoga. Abhoga means extension, fullness. Her all-pervading quality extends everywhere. You cannot say her all-pervading quality does not extend to this particular place. There is no place. That is why Maha-Abhoga, all-pervading, having extension in all directions, fullness. Also, it can include variety, multifariousness, etc., etc. All that is covered by Abhoga. If you say Mahabhoga, Bhoga means pleasures. All the things which we consider as pleasures, Devaloka is full of pleasures, we say. Now, all those bhogas are given by Devi or her grace only, Mahabhoga. Maha Aishwarya. Aishwarya or Vibhuti is actually glory. It is interpreted as wealth normally because that is something which normally human beings seek. Because normally human beings seek wealth, so Aishwarya. But actually Aishwarya means much more than wealth. Aishwarya is overlordship. Aishwarya is glory. Aishwarya is tejas. Everything comes under Aishwarya. Maha Aishwarya, because all Aishwarya comes from her. Mahavirya, all Virya comes from her. Virya means Prabhava, tejas, that is being effective. Exercising your power, that is virya. You may have power, but you may not be able to exercise it. At the time of exercising, something prevents you. This is a common experience for human beings. You have the power, but you cannot do it. Why? Because you don't have virya. Virya is something which expresses the power. Also, it can include tejas, it can include samarthya, etc. That is all coming under Mahavirya. Mahabala. Bala is the strength. You have to have the strength, then only you can exercise virya. Virya can come only when you have bala, strength. Now, balam also has other meanings like smaller meanings, like smell, like taste, like form, atma, etc. These various meanings are given depending on the context, but all of them are part of her glory. Mahabuddhihi, Mahasiddhihi, Mahabuddhihi, an intellect which cannot be imagined, beyond imagination. Isn't it? Even among human beings, if we find somebody with very sharp intellect, we say, "Hey, that fellow, his intellect, we cannot understand his argument." We say like that. In fact, it used to be said about Swami Vivekananda that during train journey of say 2-3 hour journey, he used to carry with him a whole load of books, some 20 books, a pile of books, and he used to read all of them, not the way we read a novel, no. He understands, he grasps all the words, all the matter which is contained in those books. That is intellect of that capacity. So, this is the intellect of an ordinary human being. What about her intellect, which has created all the world, sustains all the world, he destroys all the world? That is why Mahabuddhi. Mahasiddhi, great attainment. There is nothing to be attained by her. She is the one who is to be attained by us. So she is Siddhi. Siddhi here means to be attained, attainment. All the Ashtamaha Siddhi we have seen earlier, Anima, Mahima, etc. They are all her part of her glory, her compassion. She grants those siddhis to deserving people when needed. So that is why she is known as Mahasiddhi, because they are known as Ashta Mahasiddhi. Mahayogeshwareshwari. Yogeshwara is one who has mastered yoga. Yogasya Ishwaraha. So he doesn't have to make efforts to go to Samadhi level. Then only he can become the Yogeshwara. Because what is the final stage of yoga? Samadhi. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, while talking to people in the midst of a devotee crowd, while making jokes, while listening to a song, suddenly he will go into Samadhi with no indication, no prior indication. And he will remain in the Samadhi for 2 days, 3 days, etc. We know that. So, that is Yogeshwara, because Samadhi is at his beck and call. He doesn't have to work for Samadhi, make effort for Samadhi. He wanted Samadhi, he got into it. So that is Yogeshwara. And she is the Ishwari of all Yogeshwaras. There may be many Yogeshwaras of different levels. All Yogeshwaras may not be of the same level. It is difficult for us to understand. But she is the Ishwari of all those Yogeshwaras. Mahatantra, Mahamantra, Mahayantra. We have seen just now Tantra, Mantra, and Yantra. Now here, what is Mahatantra? What is Mahamantra? He is giving some examples. Why this name is coming again has to be justified by giving examples of what are Mahamantras, what are Mahayantras, and what are Mahatantras. Now, coming to Tantras, he says, Kularnavam, Jnanarnavam, these are known as Mahatantras. All are Mahatantras, but he is giving some examples. What is the Mahatantra? A Tantra Shastra which tells you the glory of Devi and also teaches you how to attain her, various means of attaining her. That is Mahatantra. He is giving some examples. Similarly, mantras. There are Panchadashakshari mantra, Shodashakshari mantra, and there are Bala mantra, Bagala mantra, etc. They are all Mahamantras. She is of the form of Mahatantra, she is the form of Mahamantra, she is of the form of Mahayantras, like the Sri Chakra. Like, there are other yantras like Padma Chakra, Amrita Ghata, Meru, Lingam, even Shivalingam is a form of yantra. Actually, when we talk about here, the commentator explains very nicely. When we talk about Mahatantra, Mahamantra, Mahayantra, Sri Vidya is the Mahamantra. There are many mantras, 7 crores of Mahamantras. Now, which is the greatest of them? Shodashakshari, Panchadashakshari mantras are known as Sri Vidya mantras, and they are the Mahamantra. Commentator explains, quoting Shastra. Similarly, Mahayantra is obviously Sri Chakra, in which you do the Sri Vidya Puja. So Sri Vidya is the one which is common to Mahatantra, Mahamantra, Mahayantra. Sri Chakra is the yantra. Sri Vidya Mantra is the Mahamantra. And Mahatantra is the Sri Vidya Jnana. That Vidya is Tantra, Mahatantra. Now, the commentator is nicely giving the reference to Saundarya Lahari. There, Adi Shankara says, Parvati forced Parameshwara to come out with this Sri Vidya. It was being hidden by Shankara, Shiva. Shiva brought out 64 tantras. 64 tantras. 28 tantras are commonly being spoken about, but there are many more. So he is talking about 64 tantras, but all of them are very nominal. So, under the compulsion of Devi, Shiva finally brought out this Sri Vidyaman Tantra. That is why he is calling it as Swatantra, because that is the one which will take you to your own truth. To your own truth. The only Tantra which will take you to your own truth, self-knowledge, is Sri Vidya. Chatushtya Tantraihi Sakalamabhigandhaya Bhuvanam Siddhi Pratava Paratantraha Pashupatihi Punastvannirbandhate Punahatvannirbandhate. Because of the pressure brought by Devi. Akhila Purusharthaika Ghatana Swatantram Detantram Kshititalam Avati Taradidam. This Sri Vidya Tantra he brought down to the earth. Avati Tarade. Tantram, this is your tantra, and this is known as Swatantra. So these are the references here. Mahatantra, Mahamantra, Mahayantra. Mahasana, one who has a seat which is very large. What is the large seat? That is why we refer to 36 tattvas starting from Bhumi up to Shiva. Now all the tattvas are regarded as her seat because they are there. They are the manifestations of Devi because none of these exists without her grace. The Bhumi cannot exist, the Vayu cannot exist, the space cannot exist. So they are all known as her seats. Yesha Bhagavati Sarva Tattvan Ashritya Tishtati. Bhagavati is seated in all these tattvas. Tattvan Ashritya Tishtati. This is what Devi Bhagavati. Mahayaga Kramaradhya, one who is worshipped by the procedure of Mahayaga. Mahayaga Krama Aradhya. That means there is something called Mahayaga. Now, the yaga performed by Devendra, the Chidagni Kunda Sambhota we saw, that in that Chidagni Kunda, whatever yaga was performed by Devendra is known as Mahayaga because that is where Devi herself manifested in that Agni, isn't it? So what yaga can be greater than that? So that is Mahayaga. The procedure which Devendra adopted is Mahayaga Krama. The other meaning is there is an Upanishad called Bhavana Upanishad. We referred to it earlier. There is no external puja, no Sri Chakra, no nothing external, everything is mental. Everything is Bhavana. Is Sharira itself is Sri Chakra and so on. Now, that procedure, if you follow, the procedure enshrined in Bhavana Upanishad, that is known as Mahayaga Krama. That is another meaning given to this Mahayaga Krama Aradhya, the procedure enshrined in Bhavana Upanishad. Maha Bhairava Pujita, worshipped by Mahabhairava. What is Bhairava? Bhairava is a form of Shiva, we all know. Now, why the name specially comes for Bhairava here instead of Shiva? He says the reason is Bhairava is a name itself includes Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara. Beautifully he explains that. Bha, Ra, and Va. Bha means Bharanam, that is Srishti. Ra means Ramanam, that is Sthiti. Va means Vamanam. Vamanam actually means vomiting, that is Samhara. So Parameshwara is known as Bhairava because he does all these three, he does five actually. The three are important starting points. So Shambhu Pujayate Devim Mantrashaktimayim Shubham Akshamalam Kare Kritva Nyatenaiva Bhagodbhavaha. How Shambhu worships Devi is mentioned in Padma Purana. Shambhu Pujayate Devi. So, Maha Bhairava Pujita. So here we have, in these two verses, we have various qualities of Devi which will help us in our meditation. These are going to help us in our meditation and puja. Those kinds of names have been grouped together. Mahabhoga, Maheshwarya, Mahavirya, Mahabala, Mahabuddhir, Mahasiddhir, Mahayogeshwareshwari, Mahatantra, Mahamantra, Mahayantra, Mahasana, Mahayagat Pramaradhya, Mahabhairava Pujita.
महेश्वर महाकल्प महातांडव साक्षिणी महाकामेश महिषी महात्रिपुर सुंदरी चतुष्षष्टुपचाराढ्य चतुष्षष्टि कलामयी महाचतुष्षष्टि कोटि योगिनी गणसेविता
Maheshwara Mahakalpa Mahatandava Sakshini. Maheshwara is Parameshwara, we know. Mahakalpa is the final destruction. That is, destruction takes place in several stages. Many living beings meet their death every day, isn't it? Every day there is death happening. That is the first level of destruction. Then there is a greater level of destruction when Brahma goes to sleep. After 1,000 Chatur Yugas, that is his daytime, then his night time is 1,000 Chatur Yugas. So at the end of his daytime, which is 1,000 Chatur Yugas, he goes to sleep. At that time, what he does, he destroys up to Suvarloka. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka. All the three levels of lokas are destroyed. That is what is known as primary destruction. Now, this Mahakalpa is final destruction. When Brahma's life is also over, his 100 years are over, he himself merges with Devi. Vishnu also merges with Devi. All the creation is completely destroyed and there is Mahapralaya. That Mahapralaya is Mahakalpa. So at that time, Shiva and Devi are only the two entities who survive. So at that time, Shiva performs what is known as Mahatandava. He performs Tandava every day. Every day during Sandhya Kala, we have seen it before, during Pradosha Kala, he performs Tandava. Sandhya Tandava he is very happy to do. He takes delight in doing that. So that is the ordinary everyday Tandava. This Mahatandava is the Tandava which he performs continuously for a long, long time. Till the next creation starts, mind you. Till the next creation starts, he keeps performing this Mahatandava at the time of Mahapralaya. So Maheshwara, Mahakalpa, during that Mahapralaya, Mahatandava, whatever he performs. Who is the witness for that? Sakshini, the witness is Devi. She is the only witness who witnesses this Mahapralaya Tandava. Panchadashi Tavam, it beautifully describes this. Kalpopasamharana kalpita tandavatya devasya khanda parashoho parabhairavasya kalpa upasamharana kalpita tandavatya. What we saw just now. Pashankushaikshavasarasana pushpabanehi sa sakshini vijayate tava murtireka sa sakshini vijayate tava murtihi eka. Your Murti is the only one which witnesses this. Pashankushaikshavasarasana pushpabanehi. At that time also Lalita Devi is identified with all this. Pasha, Ankusha, Ikshitapa, and Pushpavana. So, she is the Sakshini. Mahakamesha Mahishi. She is the consort of Mahakameshwara. She is known as Kameshwari, Mahakameshwari. She is the consort of Pattamahishi, as they say. Pattamahishi is the consort of the king, the Chakravarti. Maha Tripura Sundari. The term Tripura is going to come again. At that time, he is going to tell us more. Now, here, what we have to understand is whatever, this we have seen before also, whatever is in the form of three, whatever is in the form of three, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, the entire creation is made of these three gunas, and she is beyond the three gunas, gunatita, we are saying. Similarly, the waking state, the dream state, and the sleeping state. We go through these three states, ordinary jiva. We don't know the fourth state. The fourth state is the samadhi state, the jnana state, that is her state. So all these are known as Tripura. The three towns, the three cities, they are known as cities as a way of alluding to the various activities that take place in the city. That is, within Sattva, various activities take place. Within Rajas, various activities take place. Within Tamas, various activities take place. Within waking state, various activities take place. Dream state, various activities take place. Sleeping state, also various activities take place in the body, etc., involuntarily. So they are known as cities in this indicative format. So, Tripura, the three cities. Mahatripura Sundari, she is the Sundari who is in charge of, who controls this Tripura. First, though, she is known as Tripura. Her name itself is Tripura because she controls this. And she is Maha, she is Tripura, she is also Sundari. Three names together form one name here. She is so beautiful, she is Sundari. She is in charge of the three cities. So Tripura, she is of the form of those three cities, not only in charge, those three cities don't exist without her. Everywhere she pervades, no? Then she is Maha because there, you cannot find another parallel to this, isn't it? How can you find another parallel to these three gunas, three states, etc. So she is Maha, unparalleled. Maha Tripura Sundari. I think we stop now, time is up. And we continue with Chaturshakti Pacharadhya, Chaturshakti Kalamagi, etc. All that we will take up in the next session. So here we have Maheshwara Mahakalpa, Mahatandava Sakshini, Mahakamesha Mahishi, Mahatripura Sundari. So we close this session today with these verses. Any questions?
If anybody has any questions, please unmute yourself, turn on your video and ask questions.
Swami, can you hear me? Hare Krishna. So there is a word you mentioned, Mahalakshmi, and then Maha Yogeshwareshwari. So Maha Lakshmi and Ramaha Yogeshwareshwari. So what is the difference between Maha and Ramaha? Is there any?
There is no Ramaha. I never said Ramaha. There is only Mahalakshmi. There is no Ra. The Ra which you see, is because of the Sandhi, the rules of Sanskrit grammar. When you split, the Ra disappears. Mahalakshmi, he, that Visarga becomes the Ra and Sandhi. It is a matter of grammar. It has nothing, no separate meaning. Mahalakshmi Mridapriya, for example. Mahalakshmi, he, then Mridapriya. If you split, these are the two words. Mahalakshmi, he is one word. Mridapriya is another word. In Sandhi, when the two are joined together, it becomes Mahalakshmi Mridapriya because of Sandhi rules of grammar. It has no separate significance. Okay?
Any other questions? Any other questions? No more questions.
We close for the day.
Yeah.
We close for the day. We meet again next Saturday, 7 p.m. IST as usual. नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तनं गोविंद गोविंद श्री ललिता परमेश्वर्यै जय जय।